Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody back to the last day of the Virtual Tissues CompuCell 3D workshop. We've got a lot of material planned for today. We'll get through as much of it as we can. Tomorrow we're going to start the hackathon, and I hope I'll be seeing many of you back there. For people who want to participate in the hackathon who have ideas, again, I'm going to ask you to have 2 slides ready to show in a lightning presentation at the beginning of the hackathon. Look forward to working with you. Whether you participate in the hackathon or not, you're welcome to talk to us about modeling as your time permits. I would need to remind you that the meeting today will be live streamed on YouTube, and it'll be recorded and subsequently distributed. And of course, if you can get into NanoHub and get CompuCell 3D version 4 launched, that would be great. Please use the chat or the Slack to communicate. Remind you on Zoom logistics, I think everybody knows it by now, but please use the Zoom tools to help us keep in sync, make sure that we're not going too fast or too slow. We use polling periodically to make sure that people are staying on top of things. Today, we're going to start out by continuing Maciek Swat's discussion of CompuCell, focusing on cell growth division. CompuCell has rather powerful tools for simulating dividing cells, and do a quick model of simplified tumor. Then we're going to come back and finish the COVID model that TJ has been showing you. We're going to discuss how you determine how cells are in contact with each other, how you make cells attach to each other, and also, in particular issue which has been brought up a few times, is how do you control the motility of cells, both the random motility of cells and the response of cells to chemical fields, chemotaxis. Then we're going to have a variety of topics that illustrate some of the capabilities of CompuCell in different modeling areas. Giulio Belmonte is going to talk about delta notch signaling, which is a very important contact signaling mechanism in embryogenesis, regeneration, and homeostasis. Priam is going to introduce a problem of embryonic segmentation and the idea of using compartmental cells. The cells we've seen so far are essentially blobs of material. You can use CompuCell to divide cells into subcompartments, for example, to represent the nucleus, or the fact that in epithelial tissues, the apical surface and basal surface and lateral surfaces of the cells are different. And there's also a concept in CompuCell of what's called the link, which you can use to represent junctional adhesion, filopodia, and their forces, or to create effectively solid materials. And Priam is going to show you how to do that. Most of the simulations we've shown so far have been primarily in 2 dimensions. Maciek will show a little bit of 3D. Gilberto Tomas has built very detailed models of cell crawling and actin polymerization-induced cytoskeletal extension. I'll show you how that works. And then we're going to have a series of lectures that I hope we get to, talking about some of the aspects of using CompuCell. Maciek will talk about how to do parameter scans. We're going to talk a little bit about CC3D best practices from Jim Sluka and TJ. And then I hope we'll get to a little bit of work that Giuliano has been doing on trying to make it easier to upload models to NanoHub. That's a great way to distribute models. If you're going to publish them, if you put them up on NanoHub, you can have a one-button ability for people to run and replicate your results. So that was our basic outline. We'll see how we do in terms of time. I want to come back to the hackathon planning. I definitely hope to see you, many of you, at the hackathon. I repeat that whether you participate in the hackathon or not, we are here to help people brainstorm modeling ideas, help you with CompuCell issues, any aspect of modeling that would involve CompuCell. We're welcoming you to contact us and talk to us for help. If you're going to participate in the hackathon, or you think you are, please do let us know. You don't have to. You can show up tomorrow. Again, if you have friends who are CompuCell users or modelers who want to participate, who didn't participate in the workshop, they're welcome to. It's not required to be in one and not the other. If you have an idea and you're looking for team members, please do let us know, either by email or Slack, so we can have some basic ideas. For tomorrow, again, at the beginning, we'll ask people to show a 2-slide teaser to do preliminary project organization. So if you can do that, that would be great. You're welcome to just speak without slides, but usually it's a little easier to get your ideas across if you have slides. The usual reminders on NanoHub, CC3 desktop, and resources. I think people probably know those things by now. Slack channel again. And with that, I'd like to turn over the lecture to Maciek, who's going to give you some interesting exercises on cell growth and division.